Oh, it's quite bright on this camera. Let me just try to trim this. I don't like it. Should I just trim my lights? Maybe that's going to be easier. Hello everyone. How are you doing on this beautiful... Oh, that's brighter. That is less bright. And I'm going to do this. I could have used the app, to be fair, but I'm just going to use my hand. So, the vacuum cleaners being absolutely manic downstairs cleaning, and I will have to admit to some things that I didn't forget about the live stream. I did forget to find something very crucial, so we're going to be kind of making do with everything that we have. I'm just going to switch to live stream mode, say hi if you're in a live chat. I might even switch this light in here so it's a little bit nicer. I think I should adjust this exposure because I'm gonna hate myself if I don't do it. So let's, apologies if that's gonna change a little bit. But let's see. Yeah, that's so much better. So I'll close the door as well because the vacuum's outside are absolutely manic. The item that I had on my thumbnail that I wanted to repair today is this. I reviewed these panels ages ago, and those are just your generic influencers panels that go on the wall behind you, and well, they shine. And the problem with that was that the company sent it to me, I reviewed it, I was quite happy, everything worked great, and you can pass music through this, and you know, everything was doing great. And I think about 2-3 days after I posted the review, these were out of sale. And everyone was asking me, hey, where did you get these from? And I was just like, about that. So they are interconnecting every single, let me just get you a little bit of a... So they have those little tabs in here. I don't know if you can see it. Can I focus on it? Oh, look at you getting all the overlay. Can I just get rid of it? I did my best. I think I need to change the settings to get rid of it. So they connect using those little tabs, very convenient and inconvenient at the same time. So why are they on my list of things to repair? Or maybe try to repair? Because in my silliness, in my incredible silliness, I put them on the wall in my previous apartment. I was using them, I wanted to have something in the background, have a fancy lighting, I was experimenting at that time. And I couldn't find the charger. I probably found the charger, I just couldn't really remember which one was it, and there's no voltage information on them. And I might have experimented with several voltages before realizing that one of the voltages damaged a couple of panels. So they're nothing special, they're just addressable LEDs inside, and all the thinking was done in that little module that connects to it. So it's not particularly difficult to repair, providing I can find the same LEDs or providing I can open them. So if this is glued and I can't pry it open, that's it, that's doomed, that's horrible design. And I'm just gonna get rid of them. If not, I'll try to fix them, replace the LEDs, and that's gonna be pretty much the action for it. So without further ado, I think we should try to open this and see where we're gonna end up. I hope you agree with me. Feel free to say hi. I can see that people are watching. It's just no one says hi. No one wants to talk to me. Don't be shy. I don't bite. Let's swap the camera. You can see what I'm doing. Let's maybe zoom out a little bit. There you have it. Is that better? Maybe a little bit closer. And can I get rid of the overlay completely? Doesn't look like it. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it. So yeah, let's get some tools and let's try to pry this open, see what's up inside and how salvageable they are. I have really cool repair for the next time as well, because I broke something and I've ordered some parts. And I kind of mended it, but it doesn't work as well, so but that's for the next week. Oh, there's a problem with audio. There's a problem with audio. What? Okay. Let's try to quickly address this. Apologies. I'm trying new interface. Okay. Let me try something. If I'm gonna do this, because I'm also testing a new streaming. I know what happened. I know what happened. It should be fixed. It is fixed, isn't it? It is fixed right now. I'm just gonna unmute myself. It is fixed? It is fixed right now. Yeah, okay. Apologies. I know what happened. In my streaming kit I have a audio in, and I couldn't find the cables and I couldn't recognize the audio in my computer. Then I plugged it into my streaming kit, and yeah. But what it does, because it's USB 3 audio, it's basically pulled the audio from my camera that I use for recording right now. I'm on a Bosch camera, testing the setup out, and I also connected my Rode mic as well, so that's what happened, and it was pulling the audio from both sides from the HDMI. Anyway, I digress, because we're here to see what's the panels look like inside, and whether I should even bother with them. So we'll see. I've been meaning to fix them for almost 2 years, so that's basically how I feel right now about them. I have some nice prying tool, probably going to be using them. I might link them later on. Again, something I was supposed to be recommending, but the company said like, well, we kind of can't import it now, so I'm not lucky. Right, because the top is acrylic, if I apply too much pressure, it's going to snap, and I'm going to shatter this, and then obviously it's going to be... I don't even know if this is broken one or not. I'm just going to open one of them and see how far I can get with it. And this is just a regular plastic, which is moldable, and I can kind of bend it out. But if they used any excess amount of glue, it's going to be horrible, horrible, horrible. So I'm already having a problem putting a prime tool in it. Maybe I should try with a knife. I usually have my trusty knife somewhere here. Usually, because I feel like these prying tools aren't thin enough, and a knife would be, providing I don't cut my fingers into pieces. The knife would be my last resort. I can't say for any causes. Yeah, okay. Knife is right now not an option. I'll continue with this tool. There's a couple of screwdrivers I could use. I was hoping that this is going to be enough, but... Ooh! Should I like do... I need to use the other stream so I can see it live. How about it gonna be? So yeah. So I'm trying to separate this. I didn't like that sound. Oh god, this is definitely glued. You know what I need to buy? I need to buy the heat gun. Heat gun would probably help for stuff like that. Oh, that's gonna be it. That is gonna be a disaster. Can I like... I'm trying to flex this as well, but... I really thought I'm gonna be just slide it across the edge and open it, but honestly... I have absolutely no chance with this tool. I need to find my knife. And the question is, I saw my knife, I put it somewhere, and I don't remember where it is. And the other one is in the workshop. I can't believe I don't have a knife in here. It's the only time I need one. Okay, so this is a bit of a bust. We need to get better tools, and we're gonna be slightly destructive with this. I am trying to get a knife. Apologies for that. Oh, I can try something. Apparently, I can trigger a commercial. I want to test this. Don't hate me. Can I? Like there was a button somewhere I can press. I can trigger an ad. What is this? Insert ad. Are you ready for the apologies? I'm only gonna do this once. I'm not going to spam you with commercials. I'm not doing this. So I'm gonna go for a knife, and this I always wanted to do this. This stream is sponsored by terrific way to fix your what was it? Fix your car. You need this to fix your car. I don't know what that's gonna be, but you need this to fix your car. There goes that sponsor. See you later. Okay, I'm back. I didn't want to risk it, so I brought my entire bag of tools. This is my work tools or bags. When I may build the robots, I use this, and I should have everything to get inside of that puny panel. Have a nice Stanley knife, very sharp, wash my fingers, and let's try to get inside of this. I winded myself as well, which is stairs. I need to run quite far. This is gonna be fail, guys. This is absolutely sealed. I'm cutting into plastic right now. I can't get a lever. I thought with a knife maybe I'll be able to pop it, but it's supposed to be fun and entertaining. This is all I got. Don't know if you can see it. Where I need to change the screens for the live update screen. Come on. So this is all, and I was really going for it. I only wedged the tip in it. This is absolutely sealed shut. I'll try the next panel. And maybe I'll have a little bit better luck. Maybe glue is slightly. In this live stream, you're gonna see a man struggle a lot, defeated by influencers panels. That is disappointing. Okay, well, the question is how much of it we want to destroy on a live stream, because honestly I don't see this surviving, and if that's the case, honestly I might just make my own panels instead, and this needs to be refocused. Defeated by a piece of plastic. Oh. I am sorry that I dragged you all this to the live stream in the middle of Friday. Some of you could have been in a pub to watch me struggle being defeated by a couple of cheap plastic panels from AliExpress. And if you watched my previous stream last Friday, I told you my boiler was broken, and that would be probably more interesting repair. Except I investigated I can tell you a story while struggling with this. I investigated the boiler, and I ordered a flame kit. So I've ordered the flame sensor and the spark generator. I probed all the wires that I could with a multimeter. I've checked the gas supply and vents and everything. Did all of that. And I don't do boilers, so at some point I gave up and called in the proper guy. It was recommended to me by a friend, and the guy that came seemed like logical and clued up person, slightly younger than me, and he seemed like he knows what he's doing. He had more fancy tools. He was able to check gas pressure and everything. And yeah, it was there for 2 hours. After 2 hours, he said, like, so I'm facing a entire boiler strip down, so I have no hot water for a week now, and heating. Thankfully, it's relatively warm in here, so that's fine. And yeah, I take showers either cold or at work. So that doesn't help my situation. On the positive side, I discovered that my boiler has open therm control. And if you're not familiar with open therm, yes, I have a wireless controls already hooked up. I can just like call Alexa and ask to turn on the heating if the boiler was working. However, open therm allows you to preset temperatures. So you can decide that at 12 o'clock you want your hotter to run 40 degrees instead of 60 degrees for washing your hands, but in the evening when you're taking showers and bath you can crank it up. And you can make significant savings doing this. So open term, you can connect to that and it gives you a little bit more control than just on and off. Now, providing the boiler... Ooh, something cracked. I managed to crack something. The boiler will survive the repairs. So they're gonna strip it down and change the burning chamber, which in UK, if you're in my area, this is about £300 business. So I should be spamming that ad break in in my live stream right now. So not the greatest. Okay, this is not opening in a good way. This is not opening without me destroying it. So the question is, do I want to like break it and see what's inside? That is, can I pull a vote? Can I start a poll? Should I break it completely to see it inside? Here you go. There's a poll in there. You can vote, you can decide the future of this panel that will never hang on the wall again, or this one, or this one. Shame, because you could make nice fancy, like, I'll be an influencer once, and I'll get fancy panels behind me, and, well, right now, we have 100% break, jeez. You have no mercy for electronics. I guess. Should I like put like safety glasses or something? Do I have... I should have safety glasses. Since we're gonna break it. Because it's acrylic and I have... I don't think I have gloves. I'll double check if I have gloves. If I have gloves, then I'll put the gloves on as well. Because considering everything and the fact that I already broke myself into pieces, I probably no gloves. Okay, well, you wanted. No one said no. You wanted me to break it. Let's break it. I made it crack plastic a little bit. You know what's going to be funny? It's not going to break. It's just going to open now. Yeah, this is really sealed. You've seen that. Listen to a live stream of months. This is, if anything, we can vouch for the durability of this. I am actually not giving 100% beans, I just don't want to slash my hands, but bloody heck. Okay, I've got a corner. I've opened it without breaking, I think. No, I broke the back, but a little bit. But... Okay. This is not looking how it's supposed to be looking. I'll show you now. Maybe I was approaching this wrong. So, I was cutting along the edges because I thought there was a piece of acrylic, right, that just kind of being wedged in there, and that's what I was doing. But turns out, It's a different story. This just peels! I'm an idiot. Well, on the positive side, you could replace that with a different pattern. Okay, so we know how it looks like. So this is the diffusing acrylic panel that I kind of cracked. It's okay, that crack probably wouldn't be visible because of the black things. And then we have a blacking, and then we have an LED. Ooh, okay, so there goes my hopes of fixing this. The only way I could fix this is obviously if I'm going to replace the components on this PCB. I thought it was just a regular strip that runs in here, but obviously this is a custom jobby. I'll show you a bit better. So I'd have to literally just probe every single thing, every single one, and see which ones light up, and then find the exact model and fix it. Now the question is it worth fixing it? Probably not. I mean, those LEDs going to be really cheap. I can get 100 of them for pennies. So, if that was just a strip of individually addressable LEDs, I would probably fix it. But because they are edge lit into the diffuser, I don't think there is a point of me trying to fix this. What do you guys think? Because I think it's, yeah. The only thing I can think of, because they made out of 3 pieces soldered together, I could salvage the working ones right now and just have those strips. So if I ever need a PCB that has this LED in a corner, like edge lit LEDs, then I can reuse this. Oh, this one's lifted in here from the PCB. That would need to be resoldered. Yeah, it's not worth it. It is not worth my time. As much as I like fixing things, this is just an exercise whether I can fix it. I have a nice heat plate that I can use to I can test it. I'll leave one of these and I'll make a mock-up repair when I'm reviewing the heat plate. But I think, like I said, in the state currently, it's just not worth my time. Which is a shame. I thought I'm just gonna use like one of those universal strips, put it back, make it work, be happy. I can't really rebuild it with addressable because it's a custom PCB jobby, so I would have to have the same connectors. I can harvest connectors, but that's obviously soldering, and they are edge lit, so I'll have to find a kind of edge lit that slots into that profile. This has, if you can see it here, let me change this. This has geometry where the LEDs go, so unfortunately I won't be able to match this because it's a custom PCB. So yeah, as much as I would like to save this, this is trash. This is going to trash. I'm sorry. I am sorry. So yeah, well, I hope you had fun. I hope you laughed at me trying to open this. That peeling reveal was fantastic. I like that. I like making a fun out of myself. My Home Assistant journey, a couple of points I can give you straight away. It's been a week, and I am impressed with a couple of things, but it is very much what I thought about it. And yes, Home Assistant is great for many cases, but as soon as I looked at it a little bit more careful, I realized that on the surface level automation is a brilliant tool. I have absolutely no questions. As soon as you try to do something more meaningful, you run out of options there, and you have to either rely on someone creating a plugin or learn how to make plugins. And that's why I like Node-RED a little bit more, because once you learn how everything works, you're in charge of everything. So the two things that really make it really annoying for me, first of all, is the data retention. The data retention policies, I think by default 10 days, and they hard-coded into be 30 days without extensions, and then you have to build your own add database to make it equal, like store it long term, but the dashboard integration and everything. I haven't Googled past that enough to figure out whether I will be able to pull it, but the way I see automation data isn't 30 days. For me, I want to grab the period, the same period from a year ago. That's the important data and have a consistency and redundancy of having like 3-4 years. So if I was looking at my temperatures at home and I wanted to use that as a template, I wouldn't look at last week. I would look at the same date a year ago, adjusted for weather conditions. That's how, and course corrected and averaged over 2-3 years. So you'd have to gather all that data, and I have lots of data like that already. So that is the biggest limiting factor for me in terms of how you use the data. It's nice to have it on a dashboard, but if you're not using that data for anything other than just looking at it and like, then yeah, if you just look at it, then 30 days or 10 days, it's absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with that approach either, don't get me wrong. I'm not bashing on the Home Assistant right now. The second, the Power Dashboard. I was quite impressed with it at first, but I was slightly disappointed later when I discovered that there is no options to increase the frequency of polling. I receive into my Node-RED dashboard, that doesn't, I can show you my Node-RED dashboard. Let's see if I can show you my Node-RED. No, that's not this. What is it called? Test. And now I need to share my screen. My screen is, come on, this. So this is my Node-RED dashboard. It doesn't look as impressive as the dashboard in Node-RED, in Home Assistant, and we both agree on it, right? However, this data is updated every 15 seconds. That's why the chart is so ugly and so many points. It's not usable, it's like it's overloaded, and those peaks are days, basically. And that's the first problem. The second problem is that I already limited the data I'm pulling from it, because I get the data every 3 seconds, believe me or not, so I'm able to see the moment I switch on my kettle, it pops in, and you see those charts in here at the bottom. Those are likely microwaves or kettle going, and you won't see that on the home automation, on Home Assistant dashboard. Which, like I said, it's slightly. Can I just like close poll? Yeah. If you want to use this data, if you want to understand more what devices use what, that dashboard, energy dashboard, is really just lacking. Another thing, a calculation for costs. Why there is no standing charge support? There is a standing charge support hack that you can use via helpers. There is someone figure out how to do it. Why isn't just like, it costs me this much, my standing charge is this much, my electricity between time and time costs this much. I had that in my Power dashboards. I've coded this, it was so flexible. You could choose currency, do whatever, you could choose your own. Okay, my interface was share. However, I could do that. And at the end of the day, when you want to action the data, you want to action it on points like this. So if I was running, for example, my heating, my goal is to use solar panels when it's sunny during winter and dump excess energy when I'm at work. Annoyingly, this is where I get peaks. Solar panels don't belong to me. I can't install the battery. Into radiators. I'm gonna have a dual fuel radiators, and start charging basically heating up my house. If I'm gonna raise the house temperature by 2-3 degrees by the time I get home from work, that's 2 to 3 degrees savings that I'm gonna have for free, right? Otherwise, that energy is being traded to the grid, and the leasing company is gathering funds. So my plan would be to constantly poll my solar panels, see if I'm above the threshold, and fire up my radiators. And then if there is a break in delivery of power longer than X number of minutes, do something else or average it and stuff like that. But for that, I really need a little bit more data to pull it off properly. And unfortunately, the way everything is presented, I can't even look back at the data on the dashboard to see if this is feasible, because I don't see this. I only get an hour usage markers, which don't really tell me what my peak was in that time, don't really tell me a lot of things. And that's important when you considering designing for stuff like that. So that's why, don't get me wrong, it looks brilliant. I'm like, there is the night and then let's go to my home assistant. My home assistant, home assistant local, and then just change this into this. Oh, I need to send it now. No calendar, map, no map, this. So, not gonna lie, it looks better. It looks better. But mine is more practical, and I store this data forever. There is no, and the data is granular. It will show you exactly, I'm using right now, this is my live data, how I'm using a power. Updates every couple of seconds. And that's all being logged. So that's why I'm, like I said, I appreciate what they're doing, but I am slightly, it's not annoyed, it's just, I've expected it to be at the very like consumer level rather than automation enthusiast. And it does well on a consumer level when it allows you to just bring all the consumer grade devices to a one point and just make it usable, set a couple of automations, fire and forget. And this is what is it for. But I will be missing Node-RED if I would just switch to Home Assistant permanently, and I would find it to be not enough. I'll do it I'm curious and do it for passion. So, like I said, I'm probably gonna have it for like basic automations and stuff. But I can't, unless I can collect Node-RED easily and do my stuff in Node-RED, the complicated stuff, I probably wouldn't just switch over from Node-RED to Home Assistant and forget about it. So, yeah, it went a long way, and I've shared my feedback as well about it to people in charge. So hopefully they'll maybe take some stuff in consideration when designing for it. We'll see, no promises. But yeah, that's why I'm here. You can't edit the poll times for the dashboard. The dashboard will stay as it is. I can have the granularity and present the data the way I want, unless I'm gonna completely wipe the dashboard, switch over to Grafana and build from scratch. But at that time, I'm doing the same thing that I would do in Node-RED. It's absolutely no difference. So, like I said, it's about, do I need to learn a new skill set to do exactly the same thing that I would do in Node-RED in probably similar quality, because I would be doing it from scratch. Yeah. So I'm just proficient, so don't get me, like I said, again, I'm not bashing Home Assistant, I am not, but from someone that is fairly proficient, Node-RED, knows what they do, it can code a couple of tools that they need. Switching over to Home Assistant feels like, gearing down when you're trying to go with a speed rather than with a torque, and that's what it is. It's nice, you can take views more in, but that's how it feels. So yeah, I have it running now permanently as a spare server, so to experiment. There's going to be some Home Assistant content coming on Monday, but definitely it's not a divorce with Node-RED. So yeah. All right. Disappointingly, that's a fail. We can declare it's like, should I have in these things in this, because I'm gonna be doing these live streams every Friday. I want to get in the habit of doing Friday fixes and fix things around it and get rid of the stuff I don't need. Should I end this with a poll, like saying whether there was a fail or fix to the people to decide, and then include that in the title. Because the last title I had this MS on power supply, UPS supply. I'm still fighting the battery, by the way. I've tried to charge the battery. I'm not having a great time. So the UPS works, the battery is definitely not having a good time. So I'm working on this. I'm gonna do probably an update in one of those streams like this. Yeah, but yeah, at the end of but on that live stream, I just said like that was a fix, not a fail, because I've discovered what was the issue and it's reparable. This is definitely a fail, right? But I could just leave it as a poll. I kind of like giving the opportunity to chat and give it as a poll. So I still have a cough, which is like why it's been like it's honestly almost 2 months, and it's a big showstopper for me because at the moment I start talking, I really need to suppress it, and it's almost painful. So yeah, these panels, I'm going to recycle them, put them into proper bins, try to maybe retain the working bits for some project or something, but most of it is just gonna go. Kilowatts for the solar panels, I have, right now it's 3.5 kilowatt, and after 3 years, when my lease ends, I will be able to upgrade it to 9 kilowatts, because I've found the panels that could fit, and I would have to change the inverter, and then I can consider battery. And I think by that time I'll be able to harvest about 5 kilowatts on a good day in the winter time. 5 kilowatt, yeah, and that should be sufficient to run maybe 2 or 3 heaters at home from electricity, and that will heat up my home basically, because the biggest advantage of solar that you've got constant output if it's sunny. Obviously if it's crap and you get pennies, but that's the plan. It's a long-term strategy, but you have to start somewhere. Alright, okay, well, we know it's a fail. It's going to be a shorter stream, so I'm going to slowly start saying goodbye, because I've got lots of work actually to go through, and I would like to do this. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed laughing at me trying to, I still can't believe I just didn't try out an approach. I was trying to cut through the edge of the plastic, and that's why it wasn't moving. I just have to like, but you learn, and you know, guys, now you're gonna know. So yeah, that was it. What else do I have coming? I have an AA headset that I posted the tech drop. I posted the tech drop, well, it's no longer a secret, so I can reveal. Ooh, bloody hell. I dropped it. So, and it's obviously time. I'm just gonna say it. Sonoff has a it's called iPlug, and that sounds like something you'd buy in a sex shop. Don't tell them I said that. And it's a UK smart plug with power metering for Zigbee, so you don't have to hack it to use it in Home Assistant or Node Red. There you have. That's going to be coming soon as well. So yeah, I'll close it up and I'll start doing productive stuff for the websites, because that's what I'm supposed to be doing, instead of trying to fix stuff online and fail miserably. So panels are a fail. Thank you so much for watching me struggle. It's been amazing to struggle in front of you guys. I always like to embarrass myself. And I'll see you next week, hopefully, if the parts arrive with very interesting repair, and we're going to be breaking out some electronics, and I'm looking forward to it. I'll show you the temporary fix, how I diagnosed it, and can't wait to fix this. Right, big thanks for watching, have a nice weekend, and you're probably going to hear from me very, very soon. Bye!